Hey everybody, thanks for joining us. This is Travis with Tpull's Corner, and the name of this deck is Here There Be Giants. And quick overview, we've got 24 creatures, 24 lands. It's an expensive deck, 4.2, but you're dealing with giants. They're big creatures, so you got big costs. Alright, so let's start with our colors. Okay, we got green, we got red, we got white. Black doesn't have much in the way of giants lately. I was going to do blue, but there was really only brine giants at the time, and I didn't have room to squeeze in a fourth color. So we got the three colors. That was most of the giants pre-Kaldheim. And there'll be a sequel deck that incorporates Kaldheim giants later. But for now, let's just run through it. We've got Sudden Spinnerets to give a creature reach. Traveler's Amulet to help us fix our mana in case we need to get red, green, or white. Swift Response to destroy a tapped creature. Give to Strength, another one that gives us reach. You can tell I'm concerned about flyers a little bit because I don't have any naturally flying giants. One copy of Banishing Light. This is to get rid of maybe an opposing Banishing Light or a troublesome creature. 2 Bone Crusher Giants to deal a little bit of damage, and if they become the target of a spell, that controller takes 2 damage. Shatterskull Charger. He's got Trample and Haste. He gets returned to my hand if I don't kick the cost, or if he doesn't have a +1 counter on him. If I pay the extra 2 and so spend 5 to put him down, that's kicked and he'll come in with a counter on him. So he'll be a 5/4 with Trample and Haste. So depending on the field conditions, I may want him to be a 4/3 guy that comes back to my hand each time, or I may want him permanent on the field. Broken Wings destroys target artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying. Charge of the Forever Beast. This is one of my favorite surprise cards. Keep it in my hand. I keep one of these big old giants in my hand, and if the opponent puts down something big and he thinks that he's got me killed, maybe I can play this card and kill his creature instead. Fierce Empath enters the battlefield. I can search for a library creature or a creature card with mana value 6 or greater, reveal it, put it into my hand. So in this deck, that's going to be Grasping Giant, Realmcloak Giant, or for the Beanstalk Giants. I've got Garruk's Uprising so that I can take advantage of creatures with power greater 4 and draw a card. Colony Ambush is an extra land if I really need it, or to have a creature I control fight a creature I don't control. Yorvo, Lord of Garenbrig, one of my legendary creatures. He's a giant noble. He comes in with 4 +1 counters on him. Whenever another green creature enters the battlefield, I get a +1/+1 counter on Yorvo. And if that creature's power is still greater than Yorvo, then I get another one on Yorvo again. So I really like powering him up with the Beanstalk Giants, maybe the Turntimber Ascetic, that kind of stuff. Alright, moving on. Crystalline Giant. They are giants even though they're artifact creatures. I got 2 of them, so they go in there. 1 Farfinder, again for getting the land, the specific color land that I need out at a time. 1 True Love's Kiss to get rid of troublesome artifact or enchantment. 1 Tectonic Giant. When he attacks or becomes a target of a spell from my opponent, I can deal 3 damage to my opponent, or exile the top 2 cards of my library and play one of those 2. I usually do 3 damage to my opponent. I usually don't have a lot of extra mana to be casting extra spells. Tall as a Beanstalk, 1 copy of that. Makes you a giant if you're not already. So I do have the Farfinder, which is a fox, and maybe one of the only creatures in here that's not a giant. So, I have a way to turn the fox into a giant. Rampart Smasher, giant, can't be blocked by knights or walls, so if we come up against an all-knight deck, we've got 3 guys that'll work well against them. Or Birth of Meletus is often used in the white deck, so we can just ignore their 0/4 walls. Signpost Scarecrow is a 2/4 artifact creature with vigilance. This is the other creature that's not a giant. I can spend 2 mana and add 1 mana of any color. So again, he's mostly there just to fix my mana if I need it. 1 copy of Rumbling Sentry. When he enters the battlefield, you scry 1. Garenbrig Paladin. If you cast the Adamant, so if you use 3 green mana to cast the spell, then he enters the battle with a +1/+1 counter on it. He can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. And 3 copies of Turntimber Ascetic. He enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life. The big ones, Grasping Giant, 5/7 giant with vigilance. Whenever he's blocked by a creature, you exile that creature until Grasping Giant leaves the battlefield. So it doesn't matter if they have First Strike or Death Touch or what, they just get exiled when they get in front of them. This is one of my most dangerous cards, one of the ones that everybody goes after to get rid of as soon as they see it. One copy of Embercleave. I don't think I need to go over Embercleave. I think everybody knows who Embercleave is, what Embercleave is. Even if you're brand new, if you played like 4 games, you might have already come across Embercleave in a battle. Realmcloak Giant. This is my, how do you want to call it? My one lifeline. It doesn't always come up, but when it does, it's very effective. I'm not facing a lot of pure giant decks myself, maybe a Bone Crusher Giant here or there, that kind of thing. So what can happen is I'll have 3 or 4 giants out, my opponent will have 3 or 4 creatures out, and before the dust can settle, I will play this card, destroy all non-giant creatures, and my defensive line will still be there and his will be gone. It doesn't happen all the time. You know, I remember one game I played where I was looking for this card specifically, and I was scrying through my deck, and I managed to dig an impressive amount, and it was like the last card in my deck. So that can happen. But when it's there, it works great. 4 copies of Beanstalk Giant. This is to help bring out the basic land cards that I need in the right color, and then his power and toughness are equal to the number of lands that you control. And finally, the Great Henge, where you can tap it for 2 green and add 2 life, and whenever a creature enters the battlefield, you get to put a +1 counter on it and draw a card. The Great Henge is indeed great. It lives up to his name. The rest is all the different lands, along with 1 Field of Ruin to destroy non-basic land from an opponent, especially with the D&D cards that are coming out with all these extra creatures that they can make out of their lands. I need at least 1 of those, I think. Alright, that's the deck. We're going to take it out for a spin. We're going to see, I guess in the current nomenclature for Magic the Gathering Arena, you might call this Tribal Giants, or Giants Tribal. I'm not sure of the terminology. I just call the deck Here There Be Giants. And I hope you like it. If you do like the video, click like. If you haven't hit subscribe yet, help us out and hit subscribe. Here we go. Easy to get broken horses if your giant tries to get on them. Unless also a giant horse. Gonna wait on that and see if we get land at the next draw or not. The most thing that we need is land right now. I don't want to go get land just to disturb land that was already in the queue. Okay, that didn't work out. I think I want to go get red, mostly because I want to get to the Rampart Smasher real quick. Alright, I don't think I have anything that needs red or green. More than 2. We just needed 4 of any of those 2 colors for Rampart Smasher. After that, we just need 2 white mana. So we can work on that next. And let's see if this flies. There are a couple of different spells where white can get rid of my tapped attackers. That's why we keep sudden spinnerets in hidden reserve. Destroy with 4 or more. Well, I can't weaken my own creature, so that one doesn't help me any. Yeah, we'll let you guys through. Let's see, what do we want to do next? We have so many choices. We can start with that, and then we start with this. Thank you. Oh. You thank me only to take it away. Fine. I don't have my white source to get that guy back until later, but that's okay, because we can still play another card. Ooh, Menace. Alright. Have I stopped all attacks for a moment? Good. In that case, let me go get my giant back. That's what I'm talking about. Hexproof. I love Hexproof. Hexproof is one of my favorites. He's got summoning sickness, so he can't tap my giant yet. Are you kidding? Okay, you asked for it. Let's get rid of the thing that gives you life. Man, that sounded evil when I said that, didn't it? Yes. What do I have now? Menace, Hexproof, Reach, and Lifelink. Could block me for with all 3. So, no attacks. You think that's a Doomscar? Oh, we made him think. He's got 4 more points than he started with for health. He's cut our health in half, and we got him scared. Say hello to my giant friend. He's going to attempt my smasher, probably. Okay. Oh, that felt good. Ah, more fires. Gross. Ooh, first strike. I like the first strike. But I don't like that he could double block me there. So let's just attack with this guy. I don't think they can beef themselves up by 5. So I think I'm safe for one more turn. This guy has reach and lifelink and first strike, so if he doesn't have any way to increase their power, their toughness, I can hit them first and gain life out of it. Oh, and look who has a banishing light now. Yes. Okay. Good game. I like seeing all my giants lined up in a row. They look so cool. We're coming over to break your horses. Okay, which one do they find the biggest threat? The grasping giant still? I probably would too. Oh, look who has flying now. Excellent. The trick is if he blocks anybody else, he is going to lose a creature, and that means he won't have enough to kill me next turn for sure. He's trying to figure out how to do it. He can't really stop Crystalline Knight even if he double blocks him. He can bring somebody back, though, can't he? Are you going to bring back another flyer? What are the choices? Probably Rage's Valkyrie, right? Okay, so what options do I have here? I don't have enough. Took the 5, he didn't kill it with the angel. Was he afraid of something? Another banishing light. Don't you get tired of using those? We've got a nice little standoff here. Oh, that was a mistake. I have first strike and death touch. You're toast. Oops. I did a little whoopsie myself. Sometimes it is like a game of chess where you guys are evenly matched, you get to a stalemate position, and then one player makes a move, and you realize too late that was the wrong thing to do, and that's the entire game right there. I'm fighting a lot of animal opponents these days. The first was broken horses, now flailing wombat. It doesn't sound like an opponent I should have a big problem with, right? And we're playing poker already. Meet the pair. Alright. I'm gonna need a couple of red at some point, but for now, let's go get a third green so we can ring Yorvo out. Well, actually, I've got a green there I can use. Let me do the red so I have the second red for Embercleave. Oh, excellent. As long as we don't lose him right away, he's good to have out up front, so all the ones that come after him can pump him up. What are you going to do? Pump him up to be a 4-4? Go ahead. tapped out, so let me bring this down. And we'll attack. There, equalized. That's fair. How do we want to do this? I think we just want to attack. I do like getting rid of the small ones already, so I can't pump them up again. I'm kind of surprised he would go untapped, because I can just attack now, right? Is there anything he can do to block me? You've got 6 untapped mana. Maybe unsummon one of them? I guess they could just start roping me. Oh, it's like I knew! Okay, we'll just have the crack editing team speed through that. I'll be quiet. He did have something he could do. Nice. Put that back on somebody. Nice. Hope he doesn't have a second one of those handy. You did all that just to... Why didn't you just quit like a minute ago, dude? Come on. Alright, we let them have their fun and then they didn't let us play. Is that why you called Flailing Wombat? Get started. Hello, Marcos. At least you're not another animal. Do I want to do anything? No, not yet. I've got the 2 white sources, so I'm going to get the 3rd green in case I get Yorvo. Still not going to do anything just yet. I'd feel bad about wasting a 4-mana spell on a 2-mana lionfish. But he's mostly tapped out, so let's do some life gain. So we get back to where we were. Now if he wants to hit me, he's going to have to do something more. Okay, so with the draw card ability, the lower scale Tpull can get pretty big pretty fast. If I bring down my 4/3, I do get to draw the card. And I can attack now. He might be willing to trade somebody. Okay, he wants to just take it. Draw a card there, or draw a card there, but they've got to spend mana. It doesn't have enough for both. And that one just can only attack alone. Let's see. Yeah, maybe I did that wrong. Don't want to attack with anybody. No, he's got enough. And he's going to pump up the large scale Tpull, so I want to be able to double block if I can. This venturing into the dungeon may need all that he needs to break the logjam. But at least he tapped himself out again. If I do this again. Pay adamant. We're running out of basic lands. Probably just hit me with Wanty unless he has a really powerful spell up his sleeve. Yep. Gets to do draw 2 now. That is gross. What is he doing on creature types? Are these all different? Fish, halfling druid, turtle druid, snake, wizard, rogue. Yeah, they're all different so far. Okay, so if we put you out, and then we put you out, and then we take out the draw advantage, and then what then? Fierce Empath? Realm Cloak Giant. Are you gonna kill me? Or are you gonna quit? If you can't stop my Realm Cloak Giant, why not attack with everybody? You tapped out and you didn't give him trample. So you want to save all of them? Interesting tactic. Does no good against that combo. Alright, we are back to facing the animals. Unruly Panda is our opponent. And do I want to start off with green or white? Let's start off with green. It may not matter because the next one we'll go for is white. But the quick mono red small creature things usually get us. I didn't include the normal, 4 or 5 red removal spells in here. But we've already been lucky in that I've had Realm Cloak Giant come up twice already, and we were able to use the combo. And it worked like a charm. It's pretty much instrumental in helping us win each time. Not necessarily the greatest to have it at the very beginning. And we missed a land drop, which hasn't happened yet so far, but that's usually maybe because we won the first 3 rounds, so it's time to get punished. As if facing mono red small creature aggro and letting them go first wasn't enough of a warning sign. You've got to make sure not to give me any good lands. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Oh, I don't have red still. There we go. Do you have something that can save that? You don't really need him anymore. You got 5 mana. You could already bring in, you know, a flying dragon. But I guess it's better he uses that now rather than use it on me in a second. It's worth a couple of points of damage if you can do that. Not quite 6 damage yet. Oh, yeah, that is 6, isn't it? But not power 6, only damage 6. There's a difference. So, minion's not triggered. Dang, you took as much damage in all of that as I did almost. I kind of feel sorry for you for that. Okay, this is the one that usually scares everybody. You got something that can handle that one? Oh, that's too bad. Because you see, I also have an Ember Cleave. Let it happen. I know it's gonna hurt. Poor panda. Maybe if you weren't unruly, this wouldn't be happening to you. Bye. Alright, that's the deck. We managed to show off almost all the cards. There was just a few that didn't show up. We did really well with the one copy of Realm Cloak Giant showing up when we needed it to destroy all of the other creatures and keep our guys around. So it's a fun deck. Well, at least I'm having fun with it. I don't know what my opponents feel like. They probably feel a little pummeled right now. But go ahead and leave some comments if this is enough. I did like 4 battles that I recorded and going to stitch together for this little YouTube video about Magic the Gathering Arena. If you want to see longer or shorter videos, give me some feedback. Let me know if this is too much, not enough, just right, that kind of thing. But as always, remember to like and subscribe and come back because there's always going to be another new deck right around the corner. Have a good one.